Record button. There we go. All righty. I'm going to go ahead and try and get started so we can get off here in case you got trick-or-treaters coming to the door tonight. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. This will be recorded, so if you know of anyone who wanted to hear the training and couldn't get on, I'll be posting the recording for everyone. All righty. Whoops. There we go. So tonight's training on how to put yourself out there. Back to the Basics 101, Marketing and Branding. So what I did, I found an article in Forbes that was written by Susanna Breslin. So the next few slides I have excerpts that are from her article. So her tip number one is, it's not you, it's you. One of the biggest challenges for those of us who are selling themselves challenged is an inability to separate who we truly are from who we are as a product. There's you, imperfect, conflicted, fallible, and then there's the you that you're selling, who is awesome, cool, and superhuman. Think you don't sell yourself well? Well, think of you as a superhero version of yourself. Seriously, you guys, make a list of your best qualities. Dress the way the super you would dress. Talk the way the super you would talk. It's a role play. It's a part. Experiment. This is play. We do sell recess for a living, you guys, so we gotta play. Susanna Breslin writes, when I used to be on TV, I would get very nervous beforehand. Then I would think about how I only had to be Susanna Breslin and not Susanna Breslin for 22 minutes on a half-hour television show. It's just, if you subtract the time they need to run the commercials, I can be my idealized self for 22 minutes. That's how it starts. Tip number two, annoy others. It's not enough to just be. There's way too much competition. You need to network, communicate, and engage with people as the you that you want to be, and you will not get there by hiding. Recently, Susanna heard about a job opening. It was a really awesome job working with cool people. The situation gave her the opportunity to suggest anybody for that position. She suggested one person. It was the person who annoyed her the most. She knew her for about a year, and it was only because she kept bugging her, sending her emails, kept reaching out to her, and in doing so, she sold herself. That she was the only person who came to Susanna's mind and the only person she suggested. This is really stupid because she has 4,000 followers on Twitter. She has a blog on Forbes.com, and there should have been way more people she could have been able to suggest. But because she was the only one who was persistent, she was the only one she suggested. Can you guys mute your lines, please? I'm getting some background over here. Thank you. Tip number three, be a unicorn. People try to sell themselves, their products, and their services all the time. Mostly they do this through emails. I would say about 99% of them do it wrong. Why? Because they're boring. They pitch dull ideas, uninteresting products, unoriginal versions of themselves. They think they're adding a new spin or a groundbreaking product or a forward-thinking service, but it's all the same old thing. One thing that's great about the internet, you guys, is that it's a marketplace where anyone can sell anything. One thing that stinks about the internet is that the digital marketplace gives everyone the opportunity to hawk their stuff. So try something that nobody's tried before. Be a unicorn. What's original? What's unique? What does it mean to be a unicorn? Find something that nobody else in the area is doing. Create something that did not exist previously. Be that little new chimera that the rest of us are too afraid to dream is real. And then the last excerpt from her article was her bonus tip. She wrote this post the same day she did chemo. So what's our excuse? Let's stop thinking about all the reasons we can't start today and just get started. You guys, I thought that was an excellent article, so that's why I threw it in there. So here's the bare knuckles. If you notice in the graphic, all these little ways that we reach out to our customers, clients, potential partners. They all circle around this big blue circle that says relationship marketing. Relationship. It's all about relationships. We're going to go through these one at a time real quick. So the vehicles that we have, the most important thing about any type of marketing is customer service. Go the extra 110%, excuse me, every single time. Don't shortchange the customers. Always, always, always give 110%, 200%, whatever you need to do. Word of mouth. Always be promoting your business. Yes, there is a tactful way to do this, and you learn as you go, you guys. Don't be afraid when you overhear a conversation, stepping up and introducing yourself and handing them a card. It's that simple. You will learn it. The more you do it, the easier it becomes. Events. There are so many events. You can go to local vendor events, any type of networking. You know, if there's something that you're interested in, it doesn't have to be travel. It doesn't even have to be DLM. If you're interested in golf or tennis or, you know, anything that you're interested in, go to these meetings that they have. A lot of them are free. It's great networking for yourself and for your interests. Fundraisers. Get involved in community projects. Do fun stuff. It doesn't have to be boring and dull. Direct mail. I do this. I have I'm a kind of a nerd, a list nerd. I have a list of all my, not only my established clients, but my potential clients. If they've filled out a travel reservation form and I have their information on file, I have in my phone anniversaries, birthdays, graduations, anything that I see on their social media sites, I stick it in my phone. And when I have a chance, I send them something through the direct mail. Again, that little personal touch, that extra 110%. Email marketing. No matter what you guys do on social media, always give value to your potential and existing clients. And value means, you know, again, what Susanna was stating in her excerpts. You know, don't keep posting the same thing over and over and over again. You know, you can throw humor in there. You can throw your why in there. You know, if it gives value to your potential and existing clients and partners, it's worth it. Email marketing, newsletters. And again, this is we just got our brand new travel site up and running. If you guys have not got in there and tweaked it and made it your own yet, I highly suggest doing so. What I did is I ran a contest on Facebook that said I'm going to be doing a promotional newsletter once a month. Go to my website and click the contact button. Guess what? It automatically feeds my email list. It loads it. I can send them information right from there every single month. And it's a great way to drive people to your site. I'm doing a contest. I'm giving away the 3-day, 2-night vacation stays or the $1,000 restaurant gift certificates. Flyers, hanging flyers around town, promotional information, you know, humorous, fun, whatever you guys put up in your emails, just make it fun. Feedback and content marketing. Ask your clients to leave reviews on your sites. Create a feedback form if you don't have a site and post it on Facebook. Weebly.com is a great place if you don't have a web presence that you can put these forms in. Jot forms, again, all these things are free. You can go online and find it. You can post your flyers. There's advertising of all types and all costs. I personally choose all the free things that are offered. There's tons of it out there. Social media. So social media can make or break you. And that is the truth. I mean, there's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, LinkedIn, the new one called Meetups, chat rooms, blogs. I mean, there's so much out there. And again, everything is free. It doesn't cost you anything to be involved in this. It takes consistency. And for those of you who are technologically challenged like I am, what I did at the suggestion of someone higher up in the company, they said, Tanya, pick one, educate yourself on it, and then move to the next. So I chose Facebook. I learned all there was about Facebook, creating business presence. So I have groups, travel pages. I use Messenger. Then I moved to Instagram. I still don't have that mastered, but I work at it. Then I'm going to move to Twitter. So again, I'm technologically challenged, so I'm going baby steps. But all this information is out there for you guys. Okay, housekeeping 101. First thing you have to do, you guys, is clean up your Facebook profiles, all of them. If you have a business page, a group page, anything that you have, you do not want anything negative on these pages. And if you have toxic people that are tagging you on your timeline, there's a little box you can go up and hide their posts so that other people can't see that. Or you can change your page so that you have to approve people's posts to come through to your page. Delete anyone or anything that can be detrimental to you and your business. People are always watching, always. Continuously reevaluate your social media platforms. And there was something one of my partners posted today that I wanted to share with you guys, which was a perfect example of keeping things positive online, even when you have a bad day. This is Lori. I did ask her permission to show this. I'll just leave it up here so you can read it. But this post is perfect in so many ways, you guys. You know, when she wrote this, she was not a happy camper and all mushy-go-lucky like it says in this post. If it was me, I'd be jumping up and down, screaming and hollering because people called off work. She runs a cleaning business. People called off today and stuck her with having to go and do the cleaning herself. I'm sure she was saying a few expletives in there, but this is the post that came out. Not only did it get her vent out and showed that she's having a bad day, but it put her out there. She's telling people, ask me what I'm doing. I'm doing everything in my power to make sure my kids don't realize they came from a single mom, single income family. I'm going to make sure they have what they need. You know, I mean, it's perfect. She tells people, I can help you. This is what I do. I couldn't say enough about her post, but this is just perfect. Okay. Next one. Google. Google is my new best friend. Seriously, if I don't know it, I Google it. There is so much information out there. And again, I love our Evo rooms where we can type in and ask questions. But usually when I'm typing in there, I've exhausted all my Google searches that I could think of putting up there. I've exhausted all the different platforms that we have to find the information. And then I throw it out on the Evo sites. Same thing, before I call my upline and ask for help, I've exhausted every means in my power to try and find the information myself. Again, everything on Google isn't the gospel, so to speak, but you know, again, we can be diligent and sift through it and find some of the information that we're looking for. So I know that was really quick, you guys. Does anyone have any specific questions about marketing, or even if it's anything outside the training that you want to talk about? Go ahead and type it in the chat box. Let me see if I can get back here. Stop share. Okay, can't minimize when I'm recording. There we go. Go ahead, Nichelle. Is it Nichelle? Is that how you say your name? Did anyone have any questions? Sorry, I didn't have my video on tonight because I was out chopping wood, so I'm a hot mess.
Yeah, I have a question.
Go ahead. Who am I speaking with?
Marisa.
Hi, Marisa.
Hi. My problem right now is I post stuff on Facebook, and a lot of people respond to me, interested, interested, interested. And then I respond back to them. I give them my phone number, and then that's it. You know, they don't respond back to me. How do you handle that situation?
And they're interested in what, Marissa? You're becoming a partner or in booking travel with you?
Yes, yes. Becoming a partner.
Okay. And again, they're interested. There's a little better training on that. Marissa, are you on my instant messenger? Are you friends with me on Messenger?
No, but I'll find you.
Yeah, if you would please, because I can get someone to direct to speak with you directly about that. But to make a long story short, you guys, people are a lot braver online, and so that you're not spinning your wheels. And again, you know, can I ask you a personal, when they say we're interested, what is your response to them? What do you type? I take it you're typing back on Messenger or on Facebook?
Yeah, I message them. I message them back, and then I tell them what is the best way to contact you, and what is the best time to contact you. That what do you call it? That would benefit you. You know that's better for you. You know that's convenient for you.
Right.
You know,
And again,
and that's what I.
And again, what I've found again, Marissa, is, you know, give value to your customer. In a response like that, I would type something like, oh, I'm so excited that you're interested, you know, put a little emphasis in it. You know, I'm so glad you're interested. This is a great opportunity. I have a short 30-minute presentation that I can show you online. Please give me your contact information. You know, just go, again, that one extra little step might make all the difference in the world, or it might not. I have a lot of people that don't answer me back either. But, you know, you want to give something to the client. Instead of you just saying, I want this from you, give them a little value. Show them what you can give to them, and then ask for something in return. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. And again, find me on the Messenger, Marissa, and I will have someone get back with you too and speak with you specifically. Okay, so I'm going to go over in the chat box real quick. Somebody's asking me, how do I find networking groups to go to? Again, there are several different ways you guys can do them. This is Lisa. You can go ahead and unmute your mic, Lisa, so we can talk freely if you don't mind. Or if you're not able to, we can converse through the chat box. I know some people are still at work or not able to speak. Or if you're driving, I can just talk. Lisa, are you on?
Can you hear me?
Yes. Is this Lisa?
Yes, it is.
Hi, Lisa. So networking groups, and again, you know, it doesn't have to be, are you talking about online or in person?
Well, I'm not sure. I was thinking about when you said go to different networking groups and pass out your business cards. It's like, how do I find them?
Yep. So do you have, do you go to church or PTA or, you know, anything that has a meeting, you can go as a network group, anything. So if it sparks your interest, insert yourself. You know, if it's the Chamber of Commerce, if it is, and Chamber of Commerce is, all of us here are travel agents. You all need to tap into your local Chamber of Commerce. Then people know that they have a travel agent there. People know that you're there. I mean, it is huge, huge, huge. Tap into your Chamber of Commerce. Yes, yes, thank you, Donna. Chamber of Commerce is a huge asset to us as travel agents. again, you get connected, you find out what other events are going on in town, you find out what the feel, what the, I mean, that is a priceless commodity, your local chamber of commerce. If you're from a small town like I am and there is no chamber of commerce, inject yourself into the community in one way, shape, or form. If they have a Syringa club like we do, it's the women who make quilts and they do the funeral dinners. I show up at their meeting. I just give them a little flyer and a little thing, and guess what? They know I do travel. Those are networking groups. Anyone that has a meeting or a get-together is a networking group. And it can range from sporting groups, and again, who am I speaking with? Lisa. I don't know if you have children that are in school, if your kids are grown, if you have grandchildren, anything that your kids or grandchildren are involved in is a great way to start. They have volleyball banquets. They have, I could just go on and on and on. Does that help you at all? Did I answer your question?
Yes, you gave me a lot of great ideas.
That's in person.
Some I hadn't even thought of.
Yeah, and then online, and again, but if you go to these groups online that allow us to post open recruiting, you're going to see that quite a few of the other agents have already been in there. But I'm not saying don't do it. Someone might like your post better than someone else's, or it just might be at the right place in the right time. So there's so many opportunities out there for us. My only suggestion to you guys is when you start looking online on Facebook at the groups, make sure you read the page's rules. Don't break their rules because you're going to get axed out. It looks bad for you if they're, cutting off your posts or turning you into Facebook, then you'll be in Facebook jail. So just make sure you read the group's rules when you get on the online groups for sharing. So
okay, thank you. That was helpful.
You're very welcome. Sorry, you guys. I'm trying to go through the chat box too. Chamber of Commerce. Anyone else have any other questions? Feel free to open your mics, you guys, and talk freely. And it doesn't have to be about what we covered today. It can be anything. Y'all are quiet tonight.
Well, I'll go again.
Okay.
Explain again how you said you could hide some posts so that people on your Facebook page don't see it.
Okay, let me see
if you have someone.
Yeah, let me see if I can. It won't let me do my thing. Won't let me share screen. No. And this is, who am I speaking it again? My ears aren't the greatest tonight. Is this Lisa or Marissa?
This is Lisa.
Lisa. Okay, yeah. Lisa. All right.
Lisa.
So if you go, oh gosh, I hope I don't, it won't let me exit full screen while I'm recording. So I'm trying to do this by memory. But again, I will try to find the post on there. If I'm not mistaken, you go to the upper right-hand corner of their post when they post to you, and there's like 3 little dots, and you open it up, and it'll ask you what you want to do, and you can put delete from your timeline or hide from your timeline. Those 3 little dots in the upper right-hand corner of every post, it gives you a whole drop-down menu of things you can do with that post.
Okay, I will look at it.
Toxic person who's constantly, posting, oh, and I'm just going to be honest, oh, my life sucks, and you're tagged in their post or it's showing up on your timeline, you can actually go and instead of unfriending them, because sometimes it might be family, and you don't want to block them, but you can stop them from, you can stop their posts from showing up in your feed. And me personally, you guys, even if it doesn't show up on my feed, it's a huge energy drain when I get on my Facebook. And let's face it, we're all busy. I get online to do my business and I see all this crap. I'm just being honest. I'm sorry, but it's like, I don't need this negative energy in my life. Anyone who posts crap, I don't unfriend them, but there's an option that gives you so that their stuff doesn't show up in your feed. And then I don't have to see their negative stuff. And I'm way too busy and don't need the drama. I have enough real problems in my life, as does everyone on this line. that I don't need to see people tripping online about their crop, you know, and again, being travel agents, we have an opportunity for people to make changes in their life, and you can't help people who don't want to help themselves. So I have chosen to hide all that stuff from my timeline. And so I just don't see it because I can't handle it. And it's made my life much better. Yeah, and you guys, I can't say enough, you know, when you're out in public, people, especially if you start going to networking, and you're going to find you guys really, and if you're, and I'll be honest, I've sold product or sold something my entire life, but I never had to sell myself. I never had to concentrate on myself. Everybody else was always first. I've taken a real hardline look at improving myself, both physically, appearance-wise, health-wise, and speaking-wise. It just, I can't stress it enough. You all need to take a step back and really, really concentrate on yourselves. And when you're in public, don't be afraid to say what you do. You know, and the more people that you get around and the more interaction you make, the easier it becomes. I'm just going to use this for an example. I was at a restaurant. I don't even remember where I was at. I've been traveling so much lately. But anyway, I'm eating my little breakfast at my little tiny booth all by myself. And there's two women across the aisle from me talking about this trip they want to take. I introduced myself. I said, hi, I didn't mean to eavesdrop, but I heard you guys had your conversation. And I said, I'm a travel agent, and gave them my card. Guess what? I booked their trip. I mean, it's that simple. But you just have to be uncomfortable enough to get up and put yourself out there. And, you know, the more you do it, the easier it gets. Oh, stay with free. My little box is telling me we got a few minutes left. But anybody have anything else tonight? Again, it doesn't have to be on what we talked about. And last week's training, it was talking about staying plugged in. I can't stress the importance, you guys, of being connected to someone in the company or the business, or plugging yourself into trainings. It isn't instantaneous. I wish we could just wave a magic little wand and it happens, but it doesn't work that way. And you have to reach out. Don't be afraid to reach out to people in the company. How did you get your excitement and fire back once it's gone? Oh, good one. Way good one. You know, again, that's when I took a real hard line, Ramona, and looked at myself, and that's why I started doing this Back to the Basics 101, to be honest. I had to take a real hard line evaluation of what I was doing and where I was going. And when things start not going so great, I had to remember why I joined in the first place. What was my goal when I first started? Because I was a little mudded up with, you know, spending countless hours on training and for myself, not my team, myself, and all my other commitments that I had. And I actually just stepped back and went back to the basics. And that's the truth. You know, step back and say, why did I come in the first place? Where did I get lost? You know, what am I doing wrong? And then I go back to my pages. I kept my notes from when I first started and wrote down my goals and, you know, what I wanted to accomplish. And it's funny, you know, it sounds silly, but just in a few months' time, how different your ideas change and things went. And when I look back at those notes, I was like, oh, yeah, that's why I did it. Oh, yeah. And I mean, you know, it sounds silly, but it's the truth. I went back and looked at what I was doing, and then I took serious changes and steps into what I was doing and to why I was feeling frustrated. I was overwhelmed, completely 100% overwhelmed. I was not setting personal boundaries for myself. And that was, so what I started doing, Ramona, I set an alarm clock at midnight. My computer gets shut off. I'm not, because I get engrossed. I am a travel obsessed diva. I mean, that's God's honest truth. I would be online till 2:30 in the morning doing Carnival or RCI trainings or Marriott or So I set my alarm, and at midnight when my phone goes off, I shut my computer off and I go to bed. That accomplishes a lot of things. I'm not tired and grouchy in the morning. People calling while I'm eating dinner with my grandkids or doing whatever. Again, I shut that ringer off on my phone. I didn't answer Facebook messages, and again, they're not going anywhere. They have to respect your personal boundaries, but you have to set some for yourself too. Does that help, Ramona? And if you're having an issue, Ramona, that I didn't touch on or wasn't your case, feel free, honestly, to reach out and instant message me on Facebook. And I say instant messenger, you guys, because my Facebook is getting full. I'm going to have to go through and clean out some of the existing agents that are on there so I can make room for new clients and new potentials. But, request me on instant messenger, and I will, I can talk to you personally about some issues you have. And again, if I can't help you guys, I will find someone who will. I'm not the know-all, do-all queen bee. That's not, that isn't me. But I will find you help. Anyone else have anything? Because I think we're just about running out of time. Okay, I'll let you see my hot mess. How's that? No makeup, hair not done. Yes, I have. I actually have a personal page, my travel business page, and then I have private group pages for our team, and instant messenger and group me. So it's totally doable. And again, when you do a personal page and a business page, you guys can look. I don't know if you guys can see my page if you're not my friends. I don't remember how I have it set up, but I tried to, I'm in several different businesses. So we own a concrete construction company. I run the rec district here in Elk River and my travel agency, and I'm also a promoter for Thrive Lavelle. I didn't want to convolute my personal page with all this stuff and people be going, oh my God, what's she doing now? And I'm also the new regional coordinator for Idaho for Divas in Power through Evolution Travel. It started with the travel agent ladies, which again, I'll plug them. You don't have to be an agent to enroll. It's free membership if anyone's interested. It's a great, great, great opportunity to network with other EVO agents and give back to your personal local communities. It's a great, great, great opportunity. But anyways, to get back to the issue. So what I did is I drove traffic to my business page by posting things like, if you want to follow my travel page, go to this page. If you want to follow my Tanya's Thriving page, go to this page. If you want to talk to me about concrete construction, go to this page. That way my personal site can kind of stay my personal site. I still post travel deals. That's my number one passion. I still post personal info for the stuff I do at the rec district. But again, I try to drive people to those other pages so that my personal page is still kind of me. It isn't just all about my business. Anything else, you guys? And again, feel free to message me, you guys, about anything. Seriously, anything at all. And I think it's going to cut me off. So yeah, in about 1 minute. So I'm going to say good night and thank you. And I will put the recording of the training up for anyone that you think would get benefit from watching it. And I really, really appreciate you guys logging on. And again, I appreciate any feedback you guys give to me in my messenger. And if you guys want to be added to team pages, my team page is not just for my team members. I will add anyone to my team group page. So happy Halloween, you guys. Hope you get lots of trick-or-treaters. Don't get belly aches. Have a good night. I'll see you next week. Thank you. This meeting is going to get ended. If I can find the button. There it is. Good night.